Spirit has chosen the Four Corners spread for your general monthly reading, which lays a nice, diverse groundwork where we will be looking into the four main areas of interest that people commonly ask about in tarot: the work corner, the financial money corner, the health corner, and the ever-popular love corner. We are going to take a stroll through all four to see what Spirit wants to discuss about your month. And that is what we're going to do today. Welcome into my great Sagittarius friends. So good to have you here. My name is Scott Sagent, and I am ready for your Four Corner spread for May 2024. We're going to get started right now, guys. Here's the overlay of the cards of what I'm looking at with on my table. You can see these. You can see the corners. They're bracketed off there. The upper left is the work. The upper right is love. Bottom left, finance. Bottom right, health. We're going to get started with health. Speaking of which, we're going to get started right now, guys. Let's get going. In case you want to see any of the cards for not just your sign, but the other signs as well, Facebook is where I post those. Health corner, guys, one of your simplest corners. Gotta love the simple. May talks about a message coming in early in May, Saggies. A lot of you getting health messages through the air. They show the suit of swords is the air suit. So this is invisible through the air. Messages through the air that are invisible. Something like a phone call. Very important. Text message. Email. When that comes up, I always tell people, check your old emails, guys. A lot of us neglect that. Maybe there's something good in there, and especially since it's a health message, maybe it could be like, hey, we're offering a free, couple months of the gym membership. Get you in here and check it out, see if you like it. So anyway, there's some kind of important health message coming in there. Speaking of health message, you guys are getting an urgent reading here, which I drop around the 7th, 8th, or 9th of each month, and you guys are getting an urgent reading for health. So we're going to expand on this. So if you, if this message seems a little bit vague, it's okay, because Spirit probably designed it that way, because we're going to get into the nitty gritty of it in your health scrub in a few days here, guys. So this message that's coming in, there's also an attachment to it that shows getting over heartbreak. So getting over some health things that didn't go your way or things you don't like. Maybe for some of you, improving heart health. Lungs can also come in on this too, which always reminds me of cardio type stuff. Great month to implement that kind of stuff. And with the message coming in early in May for your health, what better time to address this if you really want to, especially because this hits very much in alignment to the new moon. And the new moon is bringing things into your life that are brand new. So when we get into your moon cycle forecast, if you're trying to do something new with health, something you've never done before, or something that is that has been an inspiration that, hey, I'm going to do this in May, and I'm setting my mind to it. I'm going to do this. Here we go. Pay attention to the timing of the moon cycles when we get there, guys. Very important for new. In fact, looking around your spread, that is the biggest timing for you guys. So new moon is huge for Saggies, especially for health. Let's get into finance. Finance, they talk about some Saggies here are getting in the dark side of their mind here. Stress, anxiety, really worried about some financial things or moves, or hey, it's about time for me to pay this, or it's about time for me to buy this. That's what they show. When we talk about things that are invisible, like stress, anxiety, circumstances, I always want to remind you that it's not necessarily real, especially things that you're worried about are mostly future-based, usually. And this, you may be worried about a future type thing that may never occur at all. So just consider that. That'll help you kind of reframe your mind with how you feel about this today in the present, because essentially all we have is the moment. The next thing they show for your finances is that this is probably the key to help you guys, especially if that's really what I'm feeling here, is that this is a strong push toward advice. And if you don't need financial advice, this is the part of the general reading that is maybe skippable for you. But for the people who are struggling, the Saggies that are struggling financially on the dark side of your mind, here's the kick. Here's the advice. There's really one path, is what they show. There's only one way things can go right now. There's one thing for you to focus on. There's not 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. No, there is one thing. So Spirit is saying, make this very, very easy for yourself. Make this simple. Dumb it down. Just worry about your credit, for example. Or just worried about bringing money in, for example. You get the idea. Okay, done coughing up a storm. Here we go. Cut that out for you guys. It didn't make you endure that. Sucking on this incense, man. Speaking of a health scrub. Your work corner, guys, brings in the Temperance card first. The card of patience. They show you guys are doing a good job here. Work corner too is a large place in a lot of people's lives because it's work, business, enterprise, area of study, collegiate courses, retirement if you're of that age, entrepreneurship, the JOB for most people, but also learning new things and hobbies and interests. It all falls into here in the work corner. They bring in patience. So it's letting me know that you guys have been patient. You guys have been doing a good job with that. I guess the bad part of that is that you're going to need to continue to be patient. Like, it's not done. You got to keep doing it, man. You got to keep being patient. They show you guys working stuff out, though, so it's okay. And I also have my sun card in here. I'm not going to give you my gold energy everywhere because it's not the base card that came in. It is the kind of subsidiary card or the extra knowledge card. But it's still wonderful. You got to love the sun card anytime you have it, especially unobstructed. It's coming in clean. It's kind of coming in crisp and clear, and got to love that sunlight shining into your work corner. So Saggies have a lot of good opportunities here in May. Love the way the work corner presents itself for you guys. The only thing I'm worried about are Sagittariuses who neglect the work corner. That is what they're showing me with my King of Wands inverted. It's saying no authority here. So the only reason that you're going to have a negative work corner in the month of May is if you just don't care. You just don't give a crap about it. If that's your attitude, well, it's going to be your attitude, and that's what you're going to attract into your life. But for everybody else, wonderful opportunities, and I love it. They show the nurture card too for your Oracle Angel card. Nurture says in the card, as you nurture a child, you nurture your own inner child. Both activities are important to you right now. Probably goes back to the patience mindset here. It's saying, you got to care about yourself. You got to care about others. And then you got to care about yourself a little bit more. Okay. It basically says, like, don't run yourself ragged. Don't give it all to everybody else. Don't give away the bank. You got to take care of you as well as everybody else. There's a lot of moving parts in here, long story short. So a good work corner, guys. Love it. Don't neglect that work, though. Let's get into your love. Love corner. Oh, this is an interesting one. I don't get to do this very often. A lot of times my love corner is like, because it is a big corner too. Is anybody close to your heart that can come in here? Friends, family members. It's not just love and relationships, but it can be. They really did a good job of talking about my different Saggies who are doing different things in the love corner. Wonderful job of describing what is going on here. And before I get into those details, I do want to remind you that this is a general reading. We are reading for every single Sagittarius. So the information is not 100% specific about you, even though this information we're about to read in love is pretty specific. So if you have questions that are just about you, that you don't want to share the energy with all of your Saggy friends for, I offer a wide variety of services on my website. All of them are personalized just to you, therefore they're very accurate. And I got them from small all the way up to full service, whatever you're looking for, available on the website, scottsagent.com. Worth checking out, guys. So your love corner, an interesting one. They show my coupled ones, coupled up people, coupled up Saggies. Let's go to you first. It's a good month to be that way, if you are that. Okay, because they show my devil card. It sounds bad, but this is actually what you want to see if you're in a relationship. You want to see bondage, which is like being handcuffed to the other person. Maybe it means also spending more time with this other person or your loved ones more often than usual. I view all that as a good thing. This is where we want those handcuffs, okay? Like, for example, if we were to read that into financial things, that would be like being attached to a bill that you don't want to be attached with, something like that. But overall, in the love corner, it's a very, well, I don't want to say very positive, but overall generally a positive thing. Because that is why you're in the relationship. You're in the relationship because you want to be in the relationship. Now, interestingly enough, before I get into the crazy part, they also show an authority with the mind. Okay, so being very firm with your decision making, authority in the mind is like decision making, being firm in kind of what you have laid out, the plan for the family, the loved ones, or maybe your love pursuits, relationships, that kind of thing. They also show overcoming difficulties. So a lot of you are getting over some things in May. May is very much a resolution love corner month for Saggies, and because of that, very positive. And I'm going to get into my singles in a minute. But it says in overcoming difficulties that the worst is now behind you and you are surmounting any previous challenges. So, like I said, resolution month for Saggies, love corner. Now my singles, they show you guys kind of saying like, they got your back turned to the devil, which is the coupled up Saggies. It's funny, I'm laughing because it gives me the feeling or the impression that you guys are like, oh, that's not for me. I'm going to turn away from that. I'm going to be the single mingle life or something like that. Like I'm going off and doing my own thing right now. That's more my priority for me right now. So the opportunities are there if you want it to be. If you want or are looking for coupled up, love, relationships, partners, that kind of thing. The opportunity is there. For those of you already in a relationship, they show more of that, being firm in your mind. And then my singles going off on their own. But the opportunity's still there. Okay, so very good. Being guided in a direction they show. And so whichever way you want it to go, really, is positive. It's good no matter which way you go with that, no matter where you are love corner-wise. So let's get into your Rune Stone, guys. That'll wrap up this segment of your reading. You got the Rune Stone. Let me show it to you. Kind of triangular, but we're missing a side of the triangle. It's kind of like an open less than sign right there. It is the Rune Stone of opening. And since we have an opening, they are referring to an opportunity for you and May, Saggies. This opportunity can be a love corner thing. We did talk about that being a strong move. Love the work too. I keep saying love, but work. Strong opening there, potential too, because we have the Sun card, the best card in the deck, coming in there. So there's an opportunity for Saggies I want you guys to take advantage of. I don't know where it's going to fall for you specifically, because it probably won't be both. You probably won't be that lucky, but we have good energy in here, and you got to just love it wherever it comes. The only kind of worrywart area I'm kind of concerned with is your mindset with the finances, but that is something that can easily be overcome. And we're getting into your health scrub in a few days here, where we're going to go through that very detailed. So I encourage you guys to come back and check that reading out along with your angel protection reading, which I do also kind of mid-month area, and that is for all of the signs. Let's get into your moon cycles, guys, where they did tease the new moon being a big deal for Saggies. Pay attention to that timing, and let's do it right now. Okay guys, it is moon cycles forecast time. Let's talk about these lunar energies that are all around us anyways, so we can use it to our benefit, implement some positive change into your month. Well, the first thing you need to understand is whether these energies are coming in or going out. Just like the tides, the moon has control of that. In the same way, you can use it too. The first thing that hits chronologically this month is the new moon. You're going to see all the text information on your screen, any rare occurrences, as well as the date. Now, this is a target date for the new moon. It doesn't have to be done on this date, guys. I really like to bracket a few days before and a few days after to get a very powerful week where you can bring new things into your life and really manifest. If it is NEW, it's not there before, brand new, this is the best time to bring it into your life. Something new financially, maybe something new with work, new love, new health. It doesn't matter what it is. If it's new, this is the best time of the month to work on these things, really help bring it in. Adversely, the full moon, the opposite energy, the energy going out, hits on this date on your screen. And of course, the same rules apply. It doesn't have to be done on this date. We're talking about a week window, a few days on each side of it here. When this energy is very strong going out, and the energy going out is the best time to get things out of your life that don't belong there or that you don't want there, something that's got control of you or hold of you that you don't want. Maybe something like a bad habit, maybe emotional baggage, a bill that's got to go. That would be something financially, maybe something with health, maybe an eating habit that's got to go. It doesn't matter if it's got to go. The full moon is your best bet to get this change to stick. If any of this has confused you, I've put together a moon cycle cheat sheet. I do it every single month. It is free. It is on the website, guys. You can check it out very easily. It is a little graphic illustration, a tool that you can use so you can kind of see these changes moving in and moving out, so you can align things in your month to it to really get them to stick, implement some great positive changes. All right, guys, that is it. We have been through it all. I hope you have enjoyed the reading and can implement some great positive changes into your May 2024. That is what it's all about at the end of the day. Please remember to like and subscribe so you see the future readings. Have an excellent May. I know you will.
So I guess the fortune teller's right.